You know, buff up and gone. There we go. Give your live.
All right. There we go. We do not own the right to this music. Nope, heathen. So don't even try it today.
Don't own the rights to any of the music we play on here.
I keep you with me all day. This is the rule. I'm walking out the whole thing. You can't be with that bullshit. They say no one can do the whole
thing. What's wrong right now?
Oh.
Again, we do not own the right to this music.
I know.
Leave us alone today, please. Shabbat Shalom, sis. How you be? How the fam? Tell my brother I said Shalom.
Oh, who was that on that? Sister Jess? That's Sister Jess?
Yep. Shalom, sis. Tell my Greek God said Shalom.
Yeah, Shalom, family. Shalom.
Shalom.
I got to pull it on my phone so I can see what's going on.
Maccabee, what's good, bro? Yahoo.
Yahoo. What's going on? FTL in the building. These folks climb in.
All praise to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High. Sister T in the building. What's going on?
What's good?
What's up, family?
House of Kirkwood.
Yeah.
Corey Shalom.
That's up.
I'm walking out the whole thing. You can't be done is what they all say. They say no one can do the whole thing. I keep you with me all day. I'm walking out the whole thing. You can't be done is what they all say.
My rib in the building. Happy Sabbath. Real Shebrew, Michelle Butler in the building.
I'm walking out the whole time.
Like his shirt, subscribe.
Me.
I've been telling y'all, Shebrews, I had one coming for y'all. Hopefully y'all don't beat me up.
Yeah,
next week in class, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all good.
This ain't gonna be no woman bashing session. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's time to get in order. It's just time to get in order. All right, that's it on the song.
Oh, buddy. And great doing. It's under our power. The power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. We back at you once again on another Shabbat day. I know we usually meet at the fellowship at the hotel on the Shabbat day, but you know what I'm saying, had some scheduling conflict, but all praise to the Most High, we able to come live and fellowship with our brothers and sisters at the Order of Melchizedek and all our brothers and sisters in the worldwide assembly. With that, salute to our brothers and sisters in the faith. As always, we salute up those that are 10 toes down with us in this scrap. Got your boy T Boogie back in the building. I'll be your reader today. Got the young lion, TJ Miyagi in the building. He's going to be bringing the word with the permission of the Most High.
I'm dropping these articles in the comment section. I'm dropping 2 articles, y'all, on the YouTube and Facebook Live. So when we go to them, y'all be able to open them up. We're going to read these as we get into the lesson.
All right. Well, I'm going to give them the title of today's lesson, bro, while you doing it. The title of today's lesson is A Virtuous Daughter of Zion or Just a Dragon in a Head Wrap is the question. So, you know what I'm saying? I know he gonna elaborate on this thing. So I'm gonna let him finish dropping his comments and everything, and then we're gonna get with the lesson. You know what I'm saying?
So I got them in there, you know. So hopefully y'all can access them articles when we get ready to go to them. But as y'all see the title, "Virtuous Daughter of Zion" or "Dragon in the Head" rap. I kind of coined the "Dragon in the Head" rap for my brother Malachi Maccabee in the song he had with the Fourth Tribe Static Addicts. She just a dragon in the head rap, fire in my bones, and in the end I really dread that. So you know what I'm saying, but this what this lesson, you know, this what this gonna be about. Are you a virtuous daughter of Zion or a dragon in the head rap? You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like it's a lot of brothers that rock the beards, rock the fringes, you know what I'm saying, and you know, doing all this outer cup stuff, and they think that they men of valor. You know what I'm saying? But what about the flip side when it comes to the women? You got the women who walk around in the head wraps, you know what I'm saying? Walk around in the dresses, but wicked, clamorous, brawling, contentious, drunkards, you know what I'm saying? Lazy, rebellious, mouthy, headstrong, can't tell them nothing, don't want to be held accountable for they slip ups. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of women out here walking around like this, and they call themselves virtuous. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this not finna be a 2-3 hour women bashing session, right? It's just we're gonna be bringing out scripts. You might get cut. You might get cut a few times. You know what I'm saying? But and this ain't, you know, if you watching this with your rib, this ain't the time to, if you hear some scripts, be like, yeah, see, you need to get on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to get back to helping each other build each other up. You see what I'm saying? Instead of always turn down, instead of always pointing out, you know, what you doing wrong, and never, you know what I'm saying, okay, this is what you're doing right, but you need to get this together too. You know what I'm saying? We gonna deal with women in their emotions. You know, that's contrary to the scriptures. You know, what emotions are you in? Because we gonna use to see if you in the wrong emotional state, Satan use that against you. And we gonna see that if you have a strong head, you know, and Satan can't penetrate his shell or penetrate his armor. Guess who we coming out? So guess who need to be in order as well? Right. The woman. You and men got they set of temptations and all that they deal with. Y'all do too. You know that feeling that you want to buck up and clap back at your head. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Our women full of that clap back, boy. Man, that westernized mindset that got in them, bro. Our women full of that clap back. That just gotta have the last word. Man, our women got that good. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gonna read about that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see what a virtuous woman is, and was just a dragon in the head wrap. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, evaluate yourself. Evaluate yourself. Put yourself up against these scripts we're gonna be reading. Honestly, evaluate yourself. You know what I'm saying? And don't just say, well, that's y'all interpretation, or I'm still gonna do what I want to do. It's a judgment for that. You know what I'm saying? Have you taken on the spirit of Jezebel? Have you taken on the spirit of Jezebel? And in these last times, y'all, we ain't got time for our women to be out of order at all. We gonna have people gunning for us, and you out of order, and you would rather be out of line because you don't like the way how he said something. We got people after us, and I'm telling you to come on. You like, you gotta say it like that. You gotta holler at me. Like it's time out for all that. Yeah, it's gonna be ordered by any means, for real though. For real, it gotta be ordered by any means. I'm gonna put it to you simple and plain: either get right or get left. Either get right or get left. Either get right or get left. So we finna go into this, y'all. We finna go into this, y'all. We ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, we don't bash our women. No. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. But first, let's deal with let's go to Genesis. Let's start this from the beginning of the book. All right. Let's start this from the beginning. Let's go to Genesis, the second chapter. Genesis chapter 2, we're gonna read verses 7 through 9, then we're gonna skip around. All right. We're gonna skip around. Genesis chapter 2, then we're gonna pick it up in verse 7. All right. All right, when you get it, go ahead.
Form man out of the dust of the ground.
He formed a man where?
Out of the dust of the ground.
All right, so this is the first thing I want to, discuss, because it said he formed man out of the dust of the ground, right?
Correct.
Now, a lot of people who don't believe in the Bible, they question creation to begin with. They say, well, how was man created out of the dust of the ground? What proof is there of that? Well, if you go get any pile of dirt from anywhere, you will find certain minerals in it. Zinc, phosphorus, iron, oxygen. Don't we have all that in our body?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's in our skin. You can actually research this. Mm-hmm. The elements that you can find in any clump of dirt is in our skin. Potassium, copper.
Nobody lets you know when it's deficient in one of them.
Yeah, you go to the doctor. Well, man, this happening because you have a zinc deficiency.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, sir, this happened because you have an iron deficiency. What they call that, anemic.
Anemic. Yep.
All right. So I just wanted to point that out. Go ahead.
And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul.
Right.
And you over there, while he planted a garden east within Eden. Mm. And there he put the man whom he had formed.
Okay.
And out of the ground, he made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden. Right. And the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
All right, skip down to verse 15. Read 15 through 18.
And Yahweh took the man, and put him in the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it.
Right, so he put the man in the garden to dress it and to keep it. Notice the man was created first. It's a message in that. The man was created first, then the woman came from him. Mm-hmm. Right? Go ahead.
And Yahweh commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. Mm. But of the tree of the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die.
So he gave the man, he created the man first, then gave him the instructions first. Mm-hmm. So if man reneges on this, no matter who comes along after him, who's going to be held responsible? The man.
The man, bro.
Right? Let's get it.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
And Yahweh said, it is not good that man should be alone.
Right.
I will make him a helpmeet for him.
I will make him a what?
A helpmeet for him.
Let's look at helpmeet. Let's get that out of
all right. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Got a lot of people tuning in on the YouTube, bro. We'll give y'all a shout out after the class is over with. But all praise to the Most High.
Okay, so we're looking up help meet in this H5828. A zer. It says a help, a succor, a help, succor, one who helps. From a help. So you're not just standing around looking pretty, bang your eyes.
Yeah. Succor mean what, bro? Succor mean what?
To help.
Help.
Right? Mm-hmm. No matter what that may be. If you helping, you supporting in any type of way, you doing your job.
Come on, man.
Right? So go ahead, read that. Read some more.
Verse 19.
That was it. I just wanted 18. Skip down 21 through 25.
All right. And Yahweh caused the deep sleep to fall upon Adam.
He did what?
He caused the deep sleep to fall upon Adam.
Okay.
And he slept. And he took one of his ribs and clothed of the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which Yahweh had taken from man made he a woman.
Ooh, he did what from the rib? He made a whole man, entire body from a rib.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Bible fake is what a lot of people say, because, we all come from women. The woman is God.
Yeah, they got them Egyptologists saying that God.
The woman is God, which ain't that whole doctrine was just a ploy to get them some women.
That's all it was.
You see what I'm saying? And it's off according to the scripture, because they allow they women to rule over them, tell them what to do.
Right. I'm straight got it.
Oh, sister, you know that you God. We come from your womb. But how did the first woman come about?
Come on, bro.
How did the first woman come about? Now, he made a whole body from the entire rib.
Right.
All right. So I got an article I got 2 articles I put in the comments section, y'all. One is from the Daily Mail. Feel free to click on it. We finna read this article I put in there from the Daily Mail. It says it came out in September 2014. So what is 2020? This was 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It says we can regenerate. Researchers reveal our ribs regrow if damaged, and say the same could be true for our entire skeleton.
Come on, bro.
It says, while we may not have the regenerative powers of a superhero, humans are surprisingly adept at regrowing ribs, researchers have found. Researchers have analyzed the capabilities in mice after spotting a human subject who was able to regrow part of a rib. The team found that mice and humans were able to remove ribs within months, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to skip down, and it says, in a new study in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research, a team directed by USC stem cell researchers. Y'all know you can create entire organs from stem cells,
yep.
Right? It says a team directed by USC stem cell researcher Francesca Mariani studied the phenomenon. Using CT imaging, the team monitored the healing of a human rib that had been partially removed by a surgeon. The 8 centimeters of missing bone and 1 centimeter of missing cartilage did partly repair itself after 6 months. Now, the rib bone out of all 206 bones in the body is the only one that can regenerate itself. How ironic is that? All right, so here go another article from the BBC News. So these ain't no satire articles, right?
Some Negroes say if that was the case, Adam walking around with 11 ribs, but the Most High knew what he was doing.
Exactly. He knew what he was doing.
That's
How
right.
ironic. 2,000 years later, that's the bone out of all the bones in your body that regenerated itself. Now check this out. Now the Most High made a whole body from a rib, right?
Yeah.
Check this out. BBC News article. This also came out in 2014. Boy has ears created from ribs. Wow. So they creating body parts from ribs?
Come on, bro.
It says a boy who was born without ears has a pair created from his ribs. 9-year-old Kieran Sorkin had the surgery at London's Great Ormond Street Hospital. About 100 children a year in the UK are born without one or both ears, a condition known as microtia. Kieran was born deaf with small lobes where his ears should be. He can already hear thanks to previous surgery to implant a hearing aid. Let me skip down to this where it's getting into it. Okay, it says the surgery is cosmetic, not to improve hearing, but Mr. Bostrow said it brings huge psychological benefits. Let me drop down to where it's actually getting into it. It says, okay, it says advances in tissue engineering mean that this kind of reconstructive surgery could be done quite differently within a decade. Scientists at the Institute of Child Health, part of University College London, are creating stem cells from patients' fat tissue. The institute, which is Great Ormond Street's hospital research partner, includes the cells to make cartilage or bone. Now, it's only certain places where you can get stem cells from. One of it's the skull, right? One of it's the spine area. One of it's, guess what? The ribs, and it's a couple of more. But if I'm cutting on a patient, what would be the safest way to get these stem cells so that if they needed an organ, if they needed a kidney, where would I get these stem cells? For the safest place, I would go to the rib bone if I was a doctor. So here we are, 2,000 years later, the scriptures ringing out truth straight out the book of Genesis. Right? And what's the most important bond on this earth? A woman and a child. Why? Because that child comes out of that woman.
That's right.
Just like that woman came out of that man. So you see, brothers, this the type of bond we're supposed to have with our women. Right? All right, so now let's get back to the scripts.
Chapter 22 again.
Go ahead. I just wanted to point this out because I've been running to a bunch of atheists. You know what I'm saying that the Bible is false, the creation story don't make sense.
Yeah.
But what's all this? Go ahead.
And the real which Yahweh, God had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman or womb man, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they both were naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed.
All right, let's go into chapter 3. Pick it up in verse 1. Pick it up in verse 1. Go ahead.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh God had made. And he said unto the woman, as God said, ye should not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh said, ye should not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest ye die.
So now we know Adam was given the commandment.
Yep.
He was given the commandment, so we know he gave it to Eve because she's repeating it back to the serpent right here, right? All right, so she had the commandment. You was told what to do. All right, go ahead.
And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For y'all doth know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as God, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat.
And she did what?
And did eat.
And did eat. So she was the seed listening to false information.
Right.
False information. Go ahead.
And gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
And he did eat. Go ahead.
And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons.
I want to point something out.
Go ahead, brother.
She took the information and gave it to her husband. Now, as your brothers, sisters, don't ever make this mistake. Don't ever take information that you got from somebody else and say, well, over here in their house, this is how they do it.
Or that they say.
Or they say, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have problems.
That's right.
You're going to have some serious problems.
Who the hell is they?
That's the same mistake Eve just made. She took the information and said, well, see, this how he say do it. This how they do it in their house. Don't do that. That's that you asking for. Go ahead.
Walking in the cool walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh. They're hid amongst the trees of the garden. Yahweh called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? And he said, I heard.
Who he called to first?
Adam,
the one who he gave the instructions to.
That's right.
He didn't say, Eve, where you at?
No.
He called out Adam. Go ahead.
And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? Verse 12. Okay. And the man said, the woman whom thou gavest to me.
So Adam basically saying, Lord, I was straight till you gave me this woman.
Go blame on the Most High.
I was straight. What you talking about? Go ahead.
And the man said, the woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And Yahweh said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Right. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. And it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
All right, let's pay attention to verse 16. See, bros. Let's look at this, because this is what a lot of women have a problem with. And a lot of women just simply don't understand what it's saying. They think when you hear this word rule, they mind go to Ike Turner. that ain't what it's talking about. We gonna get some understanding of what rule is. And when he decides to rule, you won't have a problem with after we read this. So don't have no problem with your head when he decides to establish the rule and exercise. He has that right. Right. The Most High is about to give it to him right here in this verse. Go ahead.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
The woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be toward thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
He shall do what?
Rule over thee.
Let's get the definition of rule.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it's talking about Ike Turner.
Yeah.
And knocking her wig off and all that. No, it ain't talking about that. Rule. So many women have a problem with this verse right here. Rule, yeah, rule. What you mean? And he should rule over these H49:10.
Yeah, read that.
It says Mashal. Now let's look at these definitions. It says to rule, have dominion. Right now, y'all call y'all husbands my king. That's my king.
He got dominion.
Well, kings have dominion.
Come on, man.
Huh? Come on now. That's my king.
We done with the school. Y'all know what it means.
It says reign, to rule, have dominion, to cause to rule. Now, this is what the women have a problem with, this last definition, to exercise dominion. Not only does he have dominion, but he has the right to exercise it whenever he pleases.
There you go.
Hell, if I say I was silence in the house for 30 minutes, that's what I want. That's what I mean. I got the right to do that. Right? And we know that the church is the Most High's bride, right? It's Yeshua's bride.
Right.
Now, we go to Revelation 2 and look how he talked to his bride. He said, now, look, you doing this right. You doing this right, you doing this right. But if you don't get this together, I'm gonna come kill you.
Come on, bro.
Now, ain't none of these brothers that I roll with ain't never got that radical with y'all.
No.
So just because they may raise their voice a little bit, they don't give you the right to not do what he told you to do. No, he can't be. He can't be. So the Messiah said, he told his bride, you don't get this together, I'm gonna come unto you quickly. That means I'm gonna kill you for this.
That's right. He said a couple
of times. There ain't none of y'all men ever, I hope not.
Yeah. Threatening to kill their wife.
Threatening to kill their wife because they won't get up and wash the dish.
Yeah.
He might have yelled.
Yeah.
But that still don't give you the right to not, because he has what? Authority to exercise dominion.
You might want to read that again, brother.
Yeah,
I didn't say again. Definition say that in, brother.
It says to rule, have dominion, reign, to rule, have dominion, to cause to rule, to exercise dominion.
To exercise the right to dominate.
To exercise the right to dominate. That's what we talking about. We not talking about eat the cake anime.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about that.
No.
That ain't what we talking about. Israelite men don't beat their wives.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
Verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns and also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. Verse 19. In the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat of the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat bread. Until thou return unto the ground. For out of it thou wast taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust thou shalt return. And Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living.
Because she was the mother of all living. To spell another lie, Adam had another wife, Lilith. That's false. If you didn't come out of Eve, you don't exist. She was the mother of all living.
Right.
All right. Put another lie to sleep. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 3.
All right.
So notice all three parties was punished.
Yep.
All three parties was punished. Just because Adam, it all fell on Adam don't mean that women y'all home scot-free. Y'all got punished too. Y'all got punished too. And don't act like, because I hear a lot of people say this. See, if that was me, I wouldn't look. We make the same mistake Adam and Eve made. We choose the good over evil all the time. Mm-hmm. So let's stop it and let's stop acting like it would have been different if it was us there. Y'all, we would have done the same thing. Mm-hmm. We would have done the same thing. All right. So let's go to Isaiah the 3rd chapter. Let's go to Isaiah the 3rd. No, 1 Timothy. I'm sorry. 1 Timothy. I knew something was wrong. 1 Timothy the 2nd chapter. 1 Timothy the 2nd chapter. First Timothy the 2nd chapter. We're gonna pick it up at verse 9. All right. 1 Timothy 2. Let's pick it up at verse 9.
You like men also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
And that they do what? Now we finna start getting into what virtuous means. Mm-hmm. Right? We finna get to what virtuous means. All right, let's get it.
Verse 9 again. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Modest. Let's get modest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what modest means. Because a lot of our women don't know what modest means today. A lot of our women don't know what that means. All right, modest. It says it is G2887. It says well arranged, seemly, right? Modest. It says decorous, orderly. So dress orderly, covered up, not with everything showing, like Megan Thee Stallion. Every time you see her, she ain't got on no clothes. She ain't got on nothing but a 2-piece. Every time you see it.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj, I always got your rear end up in the air.
Yeah.
Stop all that. It says of good behavior. Modest, of good behavior.
So your clothes even show your behavior.
Your clothes even show your behavior. It say it's a rock though. A man's gait, meaning the way he walk and the show laughter, and the way he dress show who he is.
That's right, bro.
That's script. That's script. So if you dress like a thought, guess how you gonna be approached?
Exactly, bro.
Like a thought.
If you ain't got nothing to sell, why you dressing like it's for sale?
Exactly.
If your house ain't for sale, you ain't gonna stick no for sale sign in y'all. So why you dressing like you for sale?
Come on now.
What you doing?
Modest, right?
Yeah.
And that was it on that.
No, I'm in the middle of that.
I forgot business.
Okay.
Go ahead, pick it back up.
With shame faces and sobriety.
Shame faces and sobriety. We got to get those two definitions too.
All right.
Got to get those two definitions too. Shame faces. It says this is G127. It says a sense of shame or honor, modesty, bashfulness, reverence, regard for others, respect. It says the Strong's definition, through the idea of downcast eyes, bashfulness towards men. Not like these bulldaggers you see at the gas station, looking all in your eyes like they ready to swing on you.
I wouldn't want
It was one boy jumped me in the line, then gonna look me dead in my eyes, waiting on me to say something. I said, "No, you skipping, ma'am."
Yeah, I'll make sure I look in there.
They don't like when you call them that, ma'am. I make sure I go out my way to make sure they hear the ma'am. Ma'am,
get to the room again.
How you doing, young lady?
Yeah.
Huh? Shame face. All right. Yeah. What else? What was that other word there? Sobriety. Boy, these women in my generation got this big thing with getting drunk and shaking their rear end. Always getting drunk. Always, I'm gonna get drunk and go shake mine.
Yep.
You know, all that. Sobriety, right? Want to pop, lock, and drop, twerk. Go ahead. Oh, okay. So all this focus, it ain't saying you can't braid your hair, but all it's saying is you focus too much on the outer. You know what I'm saying? You always worried about the latest hairstyles versus how can I be a better woman to my husband? Or how can I be a better woman, period? Because you don't have to be married to be a virtuous woman.
That's right, brother.
Go ahead.
Or gold or pearls or costly array. So you ain't got time to be worried about how many Gucci purchases you got.
Right.
Yeah. No, verse 10. You want me verse 10? You want to stop there?
Nah, read down through verse 15.
Okay. But which becometh women professing godliness.
Doing what?
But which becometh women professing godliness.
Okay, so you promote the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
That's right.
That's your conversation. That's your lifestyle 24/7.
That's right. That's
24/7, married or not.
That's right.
Go ahead.
With good works.
With what?
Good works.
Go ahead.
Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over the man, but be in silence. For Adam was first formed.
He was what?
Adam was first formed. Then Eve. And Adam was not deceived. But the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
That's right.
And you can read about that in that Sirach 25, okay?
Yeah, we going there.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety.
So this is one of the most confusing verses in the script.
Mm-hmm.
When it's talking about childbirth, it's actually referring to the birth of the Messiah. Because how can you be saved? Is it saying, well, if I have children, I'm gonna be saved? That ain't what it's saying. So the childbearing or the childbirth that it's talking about, if you continue in faith, in charity, in sobriety, is the faith of the Messiah. Because even though the fall of man came through the woman because she sinned first, right? The redemption, right? The redemptive seed came through who? A woman.
Hey, man. Oh, hold on, bro. Corey. Hey, man, watch the feed, bro. Okay? If Corey on here. Corey ain't on here. We ain't got no more moderators on there. That's what I'm saying. Boot him, man. Be blocked.
All right.
Yeah, go on get him. I'm glad my rib just called him out. I just seen when my rib called him out, so yeah, boot him.
Yeah, he booted.
We got to thank, baby. We got to appreciate that. Yeah, boot him. I ain't Corey ain't on there. Nah. Oh, okay, I forgot he was off. He had to go on the plantation. But we booted it. Thank y'all. Appreciate that to my rib and everything. He said, boot me. Yeah, you booted. Did you booted? Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
That was it. You said down through 15? Yeah, that was it.
He threw me off. So now let's go to the next spot.
All right.
Let's go to Isaiah the 3rd chapter.
Isaiah 3.
Yeah. Boy, he done threw me off, boy. Now he's still coming. Hold on.
Joker, man. Oh, I got it. He gone now.
Make sure you go.
All right, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, Isaiah the 3rd chapter.
We on that. Isaiah the 3, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Isaiah the 3rd chapter. We're gonna pick it up at verse 16.
Isaiah the 3, verse 16.
Yeah.
Moreover, Yahweh will say, because the daughters of Zion are haughty.
Oh, what?
Are haughty.
Man, this explains our women in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
This explains our women in a nutshell. It say the daughters of Zion are haughty.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get haughty.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what that means. Haughty.
If this ain't going on today, I'll pay.
8:16:31. Gabah. To be high, be exalted. To be high, lofty, tall. It says haughty, arrogant. To make high. It says the Strong's definition, to be lofty, to be haughty, to be haughty. And if anybody want to know what haughty means, haughty just simply means arrogant, disdainful. Right? You superior than your husband. This is what haughty mean. I don't need no man.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. Haughty. Right? The daughters of Zion are haughty. Go ahead.
The with stretched forward neck.
They do what?
They walk with stretched forward neck and they nose up in there, man. Wanton eyes. Walking and mincing as they go.
Yeah.
And making a tinkling with their feet.
I always want some attention.
Yeah.
Make sure you heard and you seen when you walk up in the room.
The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room.
When the script say shamefacedness and sobriety.
That's right, brother.
And quietness. But you want to make a tinkling with your feet. Be loud and you know what I'm saying? All this when you walk up in the room. That's not virtuous.
No.
Go ahead.
Therefore your mouth was smite with a scab. Ooh. The crown of the head.
He did what?
Smite with a scab, the crown of the head.
Go ahead.
Of the daughters of Zion. And Yahweh will discover their secret part.
No wonder our women always walking around half naked.
Yep. So live, bro.
You see, he said, I'm gonna uncover your secret part. Since that's what you always want to show.
Yeah.
That's what you always want to use to manipulate the circumstances.
Yeah, this game.
I'm gonna uncover your secret parts, and that's what the word gonna exploit you for. Huh?
That's what it is, bro.
The Hebrew woman walked through the room. Guess what all men do?
Yep. That's it, bro.
Guess what they exploiting the women in the music industry for? Our women in the music industry for their bodies.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm gonna smite the scab. Look at our women walking around here. I always want to put this weave in their hair.
Ain't got no weave.
You see that? That's because of y'all disobedience. See, everybody got punished, but y'all, to be honest, the man and the woman, we deal with different temptations. Therefore, we gonna deal with different punishments.
Right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? This y'all got punished for the things that y'all did too, just like we are as men. Let's read. Go ahead.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
And that day Yahweh will take away the bravery of their teeth ornaments about their feet, and their calls and their round tires like the moon. The chains and the bracelets, and the mufflers, and the bonnets, and the ornaments of the legs, and the headband, and the chaplets, and earrings, the rings, the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins.
Let's see what the crisping pins. What's a crisping pin?
Yeah.
These are people in these scripts right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our women still rock all this.
Yeah,
but all that stuff coming straight from the land of milk and honey.
That's right.
What you got today, this ain't nothing.
You had a whole bunch of clothes. You changeable suits of apparel. Had plenty clothes.
Let's see what these crisping pins is. Bag or purse. Well, what that say? It's H2754.
Talking about the outline, it says outline bag or purse. It says, what is that? Can't read that.
Cut out or hollow by implication. Pocket bag.
He can be on suitcase. I
say, look, all that's over with. Since y'all want to be obedient, all that's over with. Now you buying your oppressor stuff, people who can't stand you.
Right.
I got me a designer bag. Look, he a racist. He can't stand you.
Right.
You went from that to this.
Right. You want your stuff, you want their stuff.
Exactly. Go ahead.
The glasses, the fine linen, and hoods and veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink.
Yeah. So instead of everybody looking at our women saying, man, that's the top echelon right there. That's the upper echelon of women right there. Now they look at you disgrace. They don't care about disrespecting the black woman.
Nope.
They don't care about raping a black woman, snatching up a black woman, killing one. None of that. He said instead of a sweet smell, it's gonna be stink. Why you think all the nations look at you like this when you come around?
Yep.
They don't let black women had a so-called serious attitude. They got this stigma on our women, an angry black woman. She can't even express herself without being labeled the angry black woman. Instead of sweet smell, stink. Go ahead.
Number 24.
Yeah.
And instead of a girdle and rent, and instead of a well-set hair, baldness.
Go ahead.
And instead of the stomacher, a girding of sackcloth. and a burning instead of beauty.
Yeah.
Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war.
That's right. Your men gonna fall by the sword and the mighty in war. We still doing that. We still falling by the sword and in this war that we in.
All day.
Right? And the women out of order. The women is out of order, and the men follow. And now the whole nation out of whack.
Everything wrong.
Let's go to Lamentations, the 4th chapter.
All right.
We're just going through the current state of our women in general. And all these things is what a virtuous woman is not. Lamentations, the 4th chapter. Let's do 1 through 3. Lamentations, the 4th chapter, 1 through 3.
How the gold becomes in? How the most fine gold change? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
I want to know who these stones is. That's gold, but they became dim. Let's see who it is. Go ahead.
The precious sons of Zion.
The precious sons of Zion.
Comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers?
The same thing with the men. Same thing with the men, with the women. He said it's instead of a sweet smell, stink.
That's right.
And now he said, the young men, he said that how the comparable to fine gold, how they esteemed as earthen pitchers. Now everybody look at us like, oh, that's just them niggas over there.
That's right.
Them ain't God chosen people. That's just them niggas. Go ahead.
The work of the hands of the potter. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast.
What?
They give suck to their young one. The daughter of my people has become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness.
What do that mean? He said even the sea monsters draw out the breast. Now women don't even got time for their kids no more.
Don't even breastfeed.
You ain't got you so anxious to get back in the club and throw your rear end in there. You don't even want to sit down and breastfeed your own baby.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
He said you to become cruel like the ostrich.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I got a preset. Let's go to Job.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go to Job.
Yes, sir.
Hold this part right there, Job 39.
Yes, sir.
Because he compared our women today to the ostrich, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Job 39. Job 39, read 13 through 17.
All right.
13 through 17. Go ahead.
Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich?
So we talking about the ostrich again, right?
Yeah. Which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them.
You see that? The ostrich is so cruel, it leaves their babies in the dust. And it don't care the decision that it makes to leave them in the dust. It don't care the outcome of what happened to them eggs. It says that the what?
And forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or the wild beast may break them.
They don't care. They just have babies and let them be. Now, the law would just let them be.
Yep, sure do, bro. He never this script hitting like steel.
He compared our women to the ostrich. Like, you don't even care about your kids enough to even breastfeed them now. I'll just mix that Similac up over there. They'll be all right.
Got all kind of conditions behind it.
You know what I'm saying? I understand a lot of women have problems where they can't breastfeed. But if you can and you opt not to because you don't feel like it, then this scripture applies to you. Go ahead.
She is warning against her young woman, as though they were not heard. Her labor is in vain without fear.
That was in vain. That 9 months you went through, and you ain't gonna take care of that child and nourish that child. That was in vain. You don't care if a foot come and crush them eggs, if a wild beast come term, if they get molested. You don't care. Our women don't care nowadays. You so mad at the baby daddy that now a lot of our women on this thing where I'm finna find me a stepdaddy. Then you look up on the news, the stepdaddy that flipped out and killed all y'all. Because you trying to get back at the child's father. Go ahead.
Because God has deprived her of wisdom.
He has done what?
Deprived her of wisdom. Wow. Neither hath he imparted to her understanding.
So he compares y'all to the ostrich. If that's what you want out here, you compare it to the ostrich in the scripts. Our women. Right? Let's go to the next spot. Sirach 25. Sirach 25.
Mm-hmm.
And then women that behave like this got the nerve to twist their lips and say, I'm a good woman. I'm a virtuous woman.
I can't tell.
Pick it up in verse 16.
All right.
Verse 20, that's Sirach 25, verse 16.
25 and 16. I'd rather dwell with a lion. I would rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman.
He said, I would rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Y'all, that's bad. Now you need to ask yourself, a lion gonna eat you up.
But a dragon gonna burn you up.
Yup.
He said, I'm gonna deal with that. And deal with
to keep house with a wicked woman. Well, y'all, now, if you know you've been wicked towards your husband, that scripture cut you. That scripture cut you. If you know you'd have been wicked towards your head, that scripture cut you to the core.
Well, you really take your chance with a lion and a dragon.
17.
17. The wickedness of a woman changes her face.
And do what?
Changes her face and darkens her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth, it shall sigh bitterly.
So you better believe his homeboy. I'm so sick of her, man.
And then she call his name, he be like,
yeah. That irks us. You know what I'm saying? Always being combative. Always got something to say. Always got a rebuttal for something.
Hey.
Be quiet. Please. This makes a man go around his friends and complain.
Right. And don't want to come on.
Go ahead, 19.
All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman.
Yes, it is.
Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her.
Why is all wickedness but little to the wickedness of a woman? Because a woman will use her very own body to manipulate the circumstances. That's right, bro. She'll use her own kids to manipulate the circumstances.
Oh, will.
It don't get no lower than that. She'll pit a man's own kids against her. Don't get no lower than that. Go ahead.
The climbing up of a sandy way is to the feet of the aged. Wow. So is a wife full of words to a quiet man.
This is imagine your elder grandmama or great grandmama trying to climb a hill full of sand. He said, it's hard. That's hard, right? To do.
Real hard.
So he said, what was the last part of that verse? He said,
so is a wife full of words to a quiet man.
So the brother might not say nothing all the time when you popping off at the mouth because his demeanor is just calm, cool, and collected.
Right.
But no, he don't like dealing with that.
No.
Understand that. He said that's hard, like a 80-year-old old man
trying to climb
that had about 5 hip replacements trying to climb a mountain made out of sand. That's hard to deal with. Shut your mouth.
Hold on, bro. I got to say something.
Calm down,
brother. Why you calm down? Rude down.
What's good?
I'm glad to see you, bro.
What's good? He showed on there.
Bro. My brother. Sorry about that, man. I ain't seen that for a minute.
Yeah. So it's hard to deal with a woman full of mouth. Always got a rebuttal. You tell her to do something. Why I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that? Well, why you say it like that? And why? Look, zip it. Zip it. And just do what you told. Because that's hard to deal with. Right. That makes him not want to deal with you. All right, go ahead.
21.
Yeah.
Someone who has the beauty of a woman.
Right.
And desire her not for pleasure.
That's for men.
Yes, sir.
Stop making women your wives just because they look good.
Right.
Because that's gonna fade one day.
Look good. Got a whole lot of people messed up.
Yeah, look good and got a bunch of people killed.
Yeah. Broke. Credit bad.
Yep.
Dead. Yep. In jail. Cause it look good.
STD.
Yeah, cause it look good.
Because it look good.
Yeah, look good.
Okay. Go ahead. 22.
22. Mm-hmm. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger.
Y'all hear that?
Oh, wait.
Go ahead.
Impudence and much reproach.
See that now? If a woman maintain her husband, what it's saying, if a woman take care of you, if she the one going to work and you just sitting home all day playing PlayStation and watching ESPN and eating all the fruit snacks all day.
House ain't clean when you get home.
Yeah, house ain't clean. House smelling when she get home.
Smell like corn shit.
And you've been sitting there smoking all day, drinking all day. It says if she maintain her husband, she is full of anger.
Full of anger, bro.
So you gonna get a bunch of that. Can't stand your black.
Yep.
You gonna get a bunch of that.
That's love.
Can't stand your black. Get your black up there and go get a job. That's you gonna get a bunch of that.
Yeah.
She gonna be what? Full of reproach.
That's it, bro.
Go ahead.
23. A wicked woman abated the courage.
Oh,
maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart.
Oh my goodness.
A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Y'all see that?
Oh, wait.
A wicked woman to have her man scared to make decisions around here because he don't want to hear her mouth. It abated the courage.
Yep.
He get ready to go out with the boys. She's sitting over there scowling. He like,
I don't even want to deal with it. I'm gonna cancel out, bro, because I don't want to deal with it when I come back on.
He hit his boys up, man. You know what? Just go on, y'all just go ahead, man. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Hey.
Then they already know what's going on. What's wrong with you? Old lady won't let you out. They already know.
Yeah.
Because we read in the earlier verse, a wicked woman, he'd have you sitting around his friends complaining.
And make weak hands.
Yeah.
I mean, you shaking now. You don't know go to left or right.
You don't know.
You can't make no proper decision, bro.
Yeah. A woman that will not comfort her husband. See all that? Well, I cook, I clean. That's enough, ain't it? That's some of it.
Yeah.
But what about these little nuances like comforting him when he just need to be comforted?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Don't think because you cook and you clean and you take care of the children when he at work that's it. That's not it. No. You got, you know what I'm saying? It's the big things and small things.
Yep.
The big things and the little small nuances.
Mm-hmm.
Just being there just to listen to him when he down. You know what I'm saying? Being aware of when his mood may be downcast.
Right. Help me soon.
Thank you.
Help me soon.
Thank you. That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. What verse we in?
24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin.
Okay.
And through her we all died.
Right. Go ahead.
Give the water no passage. Wow. Neither a wicked woman liberty to guide abroad.
So as the man, if you had this type of woman on your hands, it's telling you need to have a backbone.
Yeah.
Don't get a water no passage. Once it starts, cut it off right there. Whoa, I mean, you going off. What's wrong with you?
That's right.
Say what? You going off.
Mm-hmm.
Don't when she do something, don't well, I ain't gonna say nothing right now. It's kind of early. I'm just see it. No, let's say get a water no passage.
That's right.
According to Genesis 3, you have the right to exercise dominion. You had a right to get a water no passage.
Come on, brother.
All right, go ahead.
If you go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh. Woo. Change the nail in the tent.
That's right.
And give her a bill of divorce and let her go.
Let her go. So if you don't get a water no passage, and she's still going on.
Oh, you can
sooner or later, it's time to go and change the nail in that tent, Papa.
Right.
It's time to go and change the nail in that tent. That's straight script. Let's go into the 26th chapter of Sirach. We're going to pick it up at 22. 22 through 26.
Okay.
Sirach 26, verse 22.
And harlot shall be accounted as spittle.
Well, I'm a hoe. All our women claim that today.
I'm a bad beat.
Proudly claim
that. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of our women proudly claim being a harlot today.
Mm-hmm.
But in the scripts, it say that type of woman is counted as spittle.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody just hopped up a bunch of mucus and just spit out there in the atmosphere. You be laying on the ground. You don't care where it land. You don't care who come and walk on it. You don't care none of that. That's what a harlot is. So for all the women out there that's claiming that, that's what the script say about you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband.
You see that? A married woman is a tower against death to her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Moses' wife Zipporah.
That's right, brother.
It tell you in the book of Jasher, her righteousness was as the righteousness of all the daughters of Sarah.
That's it, brother.
Right? Go ahead.
A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. But a godly woman is given to him that feareth Yahweh. A dishonest woman contemneth shame.
A dishonest woman, not lie, but you keep out certain information. Yeah. That's still being dishonest.
Yeah.
People got that bad too.
It's simple.
Well, see, I didn't lie, but you didn't tell all the facts. See?
Right.
You did the same thing Satan did.
Right.
Then put all the facts on the table.
That's right.
So you still dishonest. Go ahead.
But an honest woman will reverence her husband.
That's right.
A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Oh, you're a bad bee, huh? You're a bad bee. What's a female dog? Oh, yeah, you know the female dog, but so you a bad. So you're a proud female dog. Oh, okay.
In the Hebrew culture, dogs were counted as the scum.
Right.
Right. So it said if you've been wicked, if you've been not submissive to your head, if you've been mouthy, contentious, brawling, out here drunk, out here usurping authority,
right,
and you proud about it,
yeah.
The script say you're gonna be counted as a dog because you don't have no shame about your wickedness. Mm-hmm. A shameless woman.
Shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
Right? Go ahead.
But she that is shamefaced will fill your house.
You see that? The woman will fill your house. She's humble. You know what I'm saying? She don't usurp authority over her husband.
Right.
Right? And learn your power is not your mouth to your husband. Your power is your mouth to him.
Exactly.
Because in the script, it say, if you don't treat your wife right, you know what I'm saying, you better treat your wife right, lest your prayers be hindered.
That's right, brother.
So women, y'all cry out to the Most High can hinder a man.
Yeah. That's
how powerful y'all are in y'all correct role. Not in the role you want to be in. It say your prayers can hinder a man, because in the law, didn't it say when she cried out, that was her help, right?
That's right.
So if that man doing something unlawful, if he behaving unlawful, then you cry out. You don't mouth off to him. You cry out. That's your protection. All right, go ahead.
26. A woman that honors her husband,
yeah,
she'll be judged wise of all.
You see that?
But she that dishonors him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. A loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies. There be two things that grieve my heart. And that was it on there, bro. I'm at 28.
Okay. That was it.
Okay.
That was it on there. Let's go to Proverbs 31.
All right.
Let's go to Proverbs 31. It's time for us to get in order, y'all.
That's right.
Time for us to get in order. Proverbs the 31st chapter. Proverbs 31. Let's pick it up at verse 10.
All right.
Proverbs 31, verse 10.
Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
Now, rubies are valued and rare.
Right.
So all these women right here talking about they virtuous, somebody lying, because he compared virtuous women to rubies. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. Now, rubies are rare, ain't
Yeah, bro.
all right, go ahead.
The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
We got to get the definition of virtue.
Okay, all right. All praise. Man, say somebody lying.
Virtuous. It's H2428 Kyle, and it says strength, might, efficiency, right? So even though he calls y'all the weaker vessels, look what type of words is used to describe virtuous.
Okay. Strength,
might,
uh-huh,
efficient, right? So she's very efficient. Wealth, army, strength, ability, efficiency, wealth, force, army.
So she can't be slothful.
No, she can't be slothful. We're gonna read that.
You can't be laying around doing nothing all day. Ain't got nothing
watching soap operas and on the phone gossiping, man. You know,
come on, man. You can't be slothful, man. You can't be slothful and be a virtuous woman.
And then been sitting around the house all day. Yeah. When the husband get home, ain't nothing cooked.
Yeah.
Ain't no due benevolence going on.
It's some black pies in the freezer.
What you that for?
Just to look good.
He can do that, man. He can come home and work out there and come home and nothing by himself. What you that for?
Exactly, bro. Come on now. Then you got a headache. Ain't cooked nothing, ain't clean nothing, and got a headache.
Ain't got a headache.
You ain't clean. You can't get no benevolence. I mean, what I need you to do?
You just take it
like my own dog. Yeah.
Exactly. So what you doing? Somebody lying. I'm virtuous. He said, man, they like rubies, man. So look, they rare. They rare.
Few and far between.
So now we got the definition of virtuous. Right? So read verse 10 all over again.
Okay. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
1 second.
Okay, all right, bro.
Because I when I was putting this together, I got the definition of virtuous. From the Webster's dictionary, and I really like that definition.
Go ahead.
Virtuous, it says having or showing high moral standards. That's another definition of virtuous, right? So you got to have high moral standards, and how do you have that? Keeping the law. Keeping the law. All right. So now read that to you.
Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her.
He worried when he step out.
Yeah.
She got another nigga up in the house. Yeah. She finna go to work and she got a work boyfriend. No, it says the heart of her husband safely trusts in her. Right. He know when he good.
Yeah.
He good. And everybody else know, oh man, the brother see her, oh man, who is that? Oh, you know, that's T.O. lady. You might well forget that partner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got a trustworthy character.
Right, that's right, bro.
Right, that's a part of a virtuous woman.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So that he shall have no need of spoil.
Go ahead.
She would do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
Okay.
She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Houston, we got a problem. Ooh. Worketh willingly with her hands.
They say she sit around and watch Jerry Springer and Mark.
No. She wants to go do something to bring something in.
Oh, okay.
And working willingly with her hands.
Willingly with a virtuous woman, not lazy.
No.
If you lazy and you ain't got no trustworthy character,
no. You ain't gonna virtuous woman. Somebody lying.
There's 2 strikes against you already. Yeah. Now we got a little bit more to go on this list, so you might fill out the rest, but there's 2 strikes. If you ain't got that, there's 2 strikes already.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it.
She is like merchant ships. She bringeth food from afar.
So she's industrious,
right?
Working.
Yeah.
She's diligent.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She rises also while it is yet night.
While it is yet what?
While it's yet night.
Oh, so when that baby crying out, she ain't like,
yeah.
I'm sick of these kids. She get on up.
Yeah.
Handle that business.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And give meat to her household and a portion to her maid.
So I always, when I read this Proverbs 31 a while ago, I always wonder where the thing came from. The man go work while the woman sit at the house. And now right here, reading that the virtuous woman, she go out and get stuff too for the household.
She getting that skrilla, man.
Yeah. She getting out, doing her thing as well too, ain't it?
That's right, bro.
Go ahead.
Which I've stopped off at, okay. She rises while She also rock while it is night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maids. She considereth a field and buyeth it. So she has some money to buy something.
Yeah, she has money to buy something.
With fruit of her hands, with the fruit of her hands, she planted the vineyard. She girded her loins with strength.
So her loins is girded with what?
Strength.
So she ain't all hot in the tail.
No.
Right? Her loins is girded.
Right.
The loins of her mind and her physical.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Right? Go ahead.
And strengtheneth her arm. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night.
So she has confidence as well.
Right.
Right? She perceives that her merchandise is good. I know this plan gonna work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that complaining. Did you pay this yet? Did you pay that yet? Is this gonna get done? How about you start coming to the table with a solution,
right,
or a way to contribute?
Yeah.
Then all that.
Yeah. How about turning on the TV sometimes? Like it won't be so hot.
Right. You see what I'm saying? And even if she's not contributing financially, she's doing something to contribute to the household.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you know he's been working all day and y'all need groceries, be like, baby, when you come home, I go to the grocery store.
Right.
When you come home and do this, I know you tired, I do this. Or I take care of this month. Don't worry about this. I got this. Right? Go ahead.
She laid her hands on the spindle, and her hands hold this staff. She stretches out her hand to the poor. Yeah. She reaches forth her hands to the needy.
So you hear a lot of women, go get a job. You know, they talk like that to the poor. That ain't virtuous. Go ahead.
She is not afraid of the snow for her household. For her household are clothed with scarlet. So she got there in the cold. She actually wants
to get out there in the cold and buy.
Yeah.
So her first virtuous woman, her first concern is the welfare of her family. Wow.
Cold out there, if you don't feel like she making herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gate.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. Everybody know who wife that is.
Yeah.
You see, she don't keep him secret because she got another one over here across town.
Right. That's right, brother.
You see, that's not virtuous. You hear a lot of women today, girl, I'm texting about 3 dudes. I get money from one. One take me on dates. I get free food from this one.
Gonna cost you in the long run.
Yeah, it is. That is. Go ahead.
Nobody ride for free. When he sitteth among the elders of the land, she maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant.
Yeah.
Strength and honor are her clothes.
What are her clothes?
Strength and honor.
Leggings and see-through.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor are her clothes. Right? Go ahead.
And she shall rejoice in the time to come. She opened her mouth with wisdom. With wisdom.
The latest tea.
Wisdom. Yeah.
You know, I hear a lot of that. That means what's the latest gossip amongst our women?
Yeah. Tea time.
Not the tea, girl.
Oh, tea time.
Go ahead.
She opened her mouth with wisdom. And in her tongue is the law of kindness.
That's right.
She looketh well into the ways of our household and eateth not the bread of idleness.
So just sitting around being lazy.
Come on, bro.
Go ahead.
Her children will rise up and call her blessed.
That's how else you know if a woman first. How her children talk about.
Yeah.
But I love my mama.
Yeah.
You can't tell me nothing about my mama.
Right. That's right, bro.
You see what I'm saying? I believe that's where my father pretty outspoken, but I really believe that's where we all get it from. Boy, she'll let you know, boy. You going out, she gonna let you know what's on her mind.
Yeah, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Her children will rise up and call her blessed.
That's right.
Her husband also.
That's right.
And he praises her.
That's right. He gonna say, man, I'm tired of her, man. She ain't doing this, she ain't doing that. Now her husband praise her.
That's right.
Her children speak well of her.
That's right.
What verse we at?
That was it on 28, bro. We going on down through there? Okay. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excelleth them all. Favor is deceit, and beauty is vain. Ooh, yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Favor is deceitful.
Yeah. All right. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion.
Yeah, because beauty is vain. If you beautiful, but you ain't got no type of discretion,
right?
Self-control, always showing everything. That's like taking a pure gold jewel and putting it in a pig's nose. And a pig, you can give a pig a bath, and guess what it's gonna go do? Find the nearest mud and go roll in it. It'll see a dead body, an open dead body, and go eat it.
That's right, bro.
So what good is this gold jewel? What good is your looks if you ain't got no discretion? Is what the script says.
Come on, bro.
Let's go back to that Proverbs 31.
All right. Pick it back up at the 30.
Yeah, 30.
Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that fears Yahweh, she shall be praised.
That's them the type of women we need to be promoting in our career.
That's right.
Not Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B. Yeah. Cardi B not even an Israelite. That's a heathen. And she right here saying nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway.
Yeah, I digress. Deal 31. Give her the fruit of her hand.
Yeah.
And let her own works praise her in the gates.
All right, let's go to Proverbs 12. Read one verse. We just said what a virtuous woman is and what a virtuous woman ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Either you a virtuous daughter of Zion or you a dragon in the head wrap.
Somebody fake it.
Somebody fake it. Proverbs 12 and 4. Man, don't think you off the leash because I'm doing a little series about this.
So, you know, they got their head wrapped, but their chest out. So you still exposing your body, but you got your head wrap on. You got your head wrap on, but I can't hardly pinch your clothes off because they're too tight. Something wrong. Come on, then.
Women got their heads up, noses down. The men got their heads down. Yeah. That's crazy.
Role reversal.
That's crazy.
Role reversal.
The daughters of Zion have become what? Haughty.
Haughty, man. That's right. We read it.
Proverbs 12, read verse 4.
All right. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband.
That's right.
But she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bones.
It's like a bone in. Like if you make it ashamed.
That's right, bro.
You see what I'm saying? How you make your husband ashamed if you always out of order? That's like a disease to your husband. But if you virtuous, he'll be proud to call you his wife. Speak well of you all the time.
Right.
When people ask who you are, it won't just be, oh man, that's just my wife right there. Then he gonna be like, oh no, that's my baby right there. A crown. You wear a crown proudly.
That's right.
Right? Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 3. 1 Peter chapter 3. First Peter chapter 3, pick it up at verse 1. First Peter chapter 3, verse 1.
Wise, you wise. Be in subjection to your own husband.
What?
Subjection.
Do we got to get that word?
Yeah, let's get that.
Let's pull that.
Yeah, let's pull that.
First Peter chapter 3. Verse 1, let's get subjection. Subjection is G5293. And it says to arrange under, to subordinate.
To arrange under. So she's actually intentionally putting herself under that authority.
Yeah.
Arrange, she arranging to be under that.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. To subordinate, to subject, put in subjection, to subject oneself, obey. Obey. You ain't my daddy. You right, he not.
No.
But the Most High did give him dominion over you.
Right.
So he does have the right to tell you what to do. Right? Again, y'all call y'all husband, y'all kings all the time. But when the king starts to exercise his dominion, it's a problem.
Yeah. You tell me do.
Oh, so I ain't king no more. What am I now? Your equal?
Right.
Nah. It says to subject oneself.
Yeah.
Obey, to submit to one's control, to yield to one's admonition or advice. Do y'all hear that one? To yield to one's admonition or advice, to obey, be subject. Strong's definition: to subordinate reflexively, to obey, be under obedience, subdue unto, subject to, unto, be put in subjection, submit self unto. Right? So, all right, let's pick it back up. Verse 1.
Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husband, that if any obey not the word, they also may, without the word, be won by the conversation of their wives.
So you see, if you in subjection, right? See how powerful that subjection is. If your husband is unbelieving, you can win him over with your lifestyle. That's how powerful you are in your role.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you with an unbelieving husband and he may be pleased to dwell with you, your prayer and your hope is that he one day comes into the truth. Well, how does that happen if you out of order?
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, let me hold the conversation coupled with fear.
You see that? They're going to be looking at that. Your conversation don't have to do with what's just coming out your mouth, but your whole lifestyle,
there
period.
You go, brother. That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If he an unbeliever, he gonna see how when y'all do bump heads, how you don't cross the line. You see what I'm saying? He gonna see all that, how you still, you know what I'm saying, subordinate yourself under him. Even though he don't believe what you believe in and y'all bump head, he gonna be like, you know what? Let me see what this about, because this woman right here, man, she's something else.
Right. That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting of the hair, and of wearing of gold, or of putting on apparel. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible.
That's right.
Even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit. Wow. Even an ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahweh of great price.
Yeah, so don't be dependent on jewelry and fancy hairdos to make you feel beautiful and important.
Right, brother.
Right? You need a meek and quiet spirit. That's what gets you your reward.
Come on, bro.
You see what I'm saying? The Most High not gonna ask you about how good you can do box braids when you on Judgment Day.
That's right. That's right.
He's gonna ask you well, I know diamonds was a girl best friend. How many diamond necklaces did you accumulate over your life, son?
Hey.
No, he gonna say, was you meek and quiet?
Right.
Like you were supposed to be.
Hey. Come on now.
All right, go ahead.
5. Rather this matter in old time, the holy women also, who trusted in Yah.
Who did what?
Trusted in Yah. Adorn themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
You see that? If you want to call yourself a daughter of Sarah, then they subject themselves to their husbands.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
If you're not in subjection, you're not a daughter of Sarah. You're not like the women of old. Go ahead.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are. Supposed to be trying to be like your mama, ain't you? Whose daughters ye are.
Yeah.
As long as ye do well.
As long as you do well, that's a condition. You are the daughters of Sarah as long as you do well.
And are not afraid with any amazement.
She admired Abraham so much she called him her Lord.
And wasn't messed up about it.
And wasn't messed up about it. It wasn't like I said earlier about the man. When they asked him about his wife, that's just who, him?
Right.
Now she was like, man, that's my Lord right there. Meaning I'm under orders.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 7.
Verse 7.
Likewise ye husbands.
Likewise ye husbands.
Likewise ye husbands. Yeah. Dwell with them according to knowledge.
So you gotta know that emotions, that women are emotional creatures. Right? You gotta know that. So you gotta deal with them according to knowledge. Go ahead.
Giving honor unto the wife.
Giving respect.
That's right.
Honor. Right?
That's right.
Beating on her when she don't do what you say.
Right.
Go ahead.
Add them to the weaker vessel.
Right.
And as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
Wow. So if that woman, if you being unlawful as a husband and that woman cry out, her prayers can hinder you?
Yep. Yep. Well, your prayers can be hindered for treating her wrong.
Yeah. Like you say in the law, when that woman cried out, that was her protection, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the next spot, Titus 2.
All right.
Titus 2. Titus 2. Titus 2, we're going to do 1 through 5.
All right.
Titus 2, 1 through 5.
Speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience.
Verse 3.
The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers.
False accusers.
Not given to much wine, teachers of good things.
See, women want to be teachers, right? Everybody want to be Joyce Meyer. The script tell y'all who to teach. Go ahead.
That they may teach the young women. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children.
Girl, forget that nigga. I don't let her have you a few drinks. That ain't what the older women supposed to be telling these young sisters out here.
No.
Girl, have you some fun. Have you some sex. You ain't gotta be tied down. Okay. That's wicked counsel.
That's right, bro.
That's wicked counsel. Right? It says teach them to love their husbands.
Right, bro.
Well, first of all, so we so messed up as a nation. Teach these young sisters to love their self first.
There you go.
Because if they don't love their self, if they can't be with their self, they're not gonna do good married at all. It ain't gonna work. Teach these young sisters to love their self first. Learn they emotional triggers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What triggers you? Work on that. What's your flaws? Work on that.
Submit to the law.
That's what I'm saying, because when any type of problem come up in the marriage, it's either over money or somebody is not being submissive to the laws of the Most High. Either or, take your pick. Either the man is going off in the script or the woman going off in the script. That's where the problem come in. Now, just imagine that both of y'all stay into subjection to the Most High. He won't have to tell you to submit. She won't be complaining about you not dealing with her according to knowledge. Won't none of that be going on. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
To be discreet. Chase keep.
You know we got to get some definition.
You want me to stop right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it says, verse 5, it says to be discreet, right? Let's get the definition of discreet. Discreet is G4998. Sophron. It says of a sound mind, sane in one's senses. So all that acting off impulse, he piss you off, you go slash, girl, go slash that nigga tires. No, we're not supposed to be teaching our women that. Right? That's not discreet.
No.
That's not discreet. It says curbing one's desires and impulses.
That's
so, yeah, that's the devout reason. So that impulse to clap back, that impulse to have the last word, that ain't discreet. That's not discreet. Go ahead.
People at home.
Woo, do what?
People at home.
Booty shakers at the club.
People at home.
Booty shakers on IG and Twitter and Facebook.
People at home.
Keep us in somebody else's business.
Now, people at home.
Keep us at home, man. These are virtuous women. These are characteristics and traits of virtuous women. True daughters of Zion, not dragons and head wraps.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Good. Obedient to their own husband. Not passive faith.
Well, this is how they do it in their
Yeah.
What he tell you to do?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That the word of Yah be not blasphemed.
We so mad. Your bad behavior as a woman.
That's a heavy hit.
Word of the Most High to be blasphemed.
Heavy hit of that, bro.
They like, man, these folks talking about they kings and queens. Look how they women act.
That's right.
Look how they elder women act. Then look how the young women act.
That's right.
They kings and queens. That's God's chosen people. Now you got them blaspheming the word because you out of order.
So days, man, you can call the heathen to have occasion
against me. Man.
That's hard, yeah, man.
Man, that's hard. Let's go to Proverbs 9. Proverbs 9. We're going to read one verse, verse 13. All right. Proverbs 9, verse 13. Hold on, let me get that because I want to pull the definition on this one.
Okay.
Proverbs 9, verse 13. All right, Proverbs 9 and verse 13. When you get it, go ahead.
A foolish woman is clamorous.
Is what?
Clamorous. She is simple. Ooh-wee. She is simple and knoweth nothing.
So you say, well, how do I know if I'm foolish? Are you clamorous?
Right.
Let's see what clamorous means.
Yeah.
Clamorous is H1933. All right, it says to murmur, to growl, roar, cry loud, mourn, rage.
Always flopping them jaws.
Man, always got something to say. Every time you told something, you always got a reason as to why you shouldn't do it.
Got an excuse for why you ain't doing it.
Got an excuse to why you ain't do it, or just bold enough to tell you ain't gonna do it. That's foolish. It's you simple. You really don't know nothing because you don't even know the most basic role that you're supposed to play, and that's being subjected to your husband.
Come on, bro.
So what else could you possibly know if you don't know that?
Come on, bro.
That's why you simple and you know nothing if you clamorous like
that. Get that simple. See what that simple say.
All right.
That's simple saying. It's simple.
Simple.
Yeah.
66:15.
Simplicity.
Maybe it.
Well, yeah. No, naivety. You naive. You naive to the fact that, hey, you don't even know this. You bucking against the Most High word.
Exactly.
Naivety.
The Strong's definition: silliness.
What? I think what I'm silly women with Bible.
Silly women.
Yeah, silly women.
Seducibility.
What? So you easily be seduced.
Easily be seduced. Just like so now you Eve when she fell in this mind state.
Come on, bro. Because you in rebellion.
Because you in rebellion. Right? So let's go to the next spot. Proverbs 21:9. Proverbs 21:9.
Well, the Most High put it on these sisters and these scripts, man. Boy, you need to walk that line.
Cause gotta walk that line. Look, we all gotta be in order from the man to the woman to the children.
That's right, bro.
Because the times that's coming up on this earth, we ain't got time to be standing here arguing with each other and they shooting outside our house.
And the Most High, he's speaking to the men of the house and telling you when it's time to move. You standing there, well, but. Okay.
I just got my heart in. We gotta go out in the woods.
Bring your butt on.
You gotta come on.
That's another thing. I'm glad you brought it up, bro. Y'all gotta get your husband out of the way. What y'all gonna do?
They probably be doing each other.
Y'all ain't gonna be no nail shopping. Y'all got no bad coat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might well get ready. If you be so blessed to make it to the will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's get this Proverbs 21. We're gonna read 9, verse 9, then skip down to 19.
9 and then skip. Okay. Yeah. It is better to dwell in the corner of a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house.
Do y'all see that? A corner of the house is small.
Yeah, he in the upstairs room.
You exposed to the sun, to the wind, to the rain. You see that? He said it's better to dwell on that than with a brawling woman. She always in let's get ready to rumble mode. Always ready to argue.
Right.
You see that? So what's the wisdom that it's telling you? It's telling you, look, it's better for you to be living in a humble living condition than to keep a full house with a woman that's always ready to fight. Vice versa with a man as well. Right. Because if a man is brawling, that means he beating on you. That's right. And see, this is where Paul got his wisdom from, 1 Corinthians 7. And, under them circumstances, a brother or sister ain't in bondage. So he wasn't just pulling it out of left field. No, he based all what he said out the scripts. You see that? So if you dealing with a brawling spouse, it's better for you to get away from that. Go get you a little 1-bedroom, 1-bath spot and have your peace. That's what the scripture's saying. That's what the scripture's saying, because it's a doctrine out here that say no matter what he or she is doing, you got to stay until they commit adultery. No, you don't understand what Messiah was talking about. He said, should a man put away his wife for every cause? Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Every cause. Right.
Those just run out getting divorced because they don't feel like it.
They don't feel like it no more. No, that wasn't what he was talking about. You're not going to, and the Negro sit there push that doctrine till his day daughter getting beat on.
Got it. Well, go ahead, brother. You gonna finish your talk.
No, go ahead.
No, I've heard brothers that push that doctrine.
Yeah.
When they ready to go ride out.
Yeah, they ready to go ride out now.
I know people that were like they was ready to ride out. But then you were ready to tell them, so every that man.
Yeah.
Well, what about,
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. It's the same. This is where Paul got his knowledge from. Just because he say, I speak to you by permission and not by commandment, don't mean the spirit wasn't still dealing with that brother when he spoke.
That's right.
Because we see the same concept right here in this Proverbs 21:9. Mm-hmm. You be better off living in a humble living condition where you got your peace, bro.
There you go.
Sis.
Living in a wide house.
Then they be getting your wig knocked sideways every night.
Get your shoulder thrown at the side.
In front of your kids. That's something else we got to understand. Your kids, if you got daughters,
right,
they looking at that. If you got sons, they looking at that. If you got little girls, man, and you a father out here, understand that you the first relationship example to your daughter. Mm-hmm. How she see you treat their mama is how she gonna feel she's supposed to be treated.
Right.
How your son see you talk to that and treat that man. That's how he gonna feel. That's the woman he gonna feel like he need to go get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking at all that, man.
Looking at all that, y'all the first example.
And be cognizant of how y'all treating one another in front of them. Because who they gonna go out and get.
That's right. My little girl, sometimes we always sit up in the front room and watch TV together. Sometimes I be back there playing the game. She be like, Dad, come up here, sit on the couch. She know because she know we always together.
Right. That's it,
me and her mama always together.
Yep.
She be like, Dad, come sit up here.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? Cause that's what she constantly see all the time, us together laughing and talking.
Mm-hmm. Damn, bro, they looking at all that.
They looking at all that.
You teach more with your actions and your lifestyle than you do with your words.
Yeah. That's on point right there.
Yep. Verse 9. Yeah, we finished 9.
All right, let's get down to 19.
All right. It is better to dwell in the wilderness.
Yeah, ain't no water, ain't no food out there.
Wild beasts is out there.
They
going back to that thing right there. Y'all going to So look, it is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman.
Y'all see that? It's better to dwell in. And other words, you better off going and get you a little spot over there in Pepper Tree Apartment.
Yeah,
I want to go deal with that. I'd rather go deal with that.
Mm-hmm. That's rough there, bro.
Hey, look here.
Hey, look, the most like these words put in this Bible for this. He know. Hey, man. Take a joke with that now.
Let's go to Proverbs 27.
All right. That's crazy he had these words put in this book, boy. Right.
Proverbs 27.
All right. A continual dripping in a very rainy day, and a contentious woman hard life.
Right. So let's say if you got a bad roof. Mm-hmm. It's a rainy day outside, and that water just dripping. That's gonna eventually cause damage.
Right.
and it gets annoying. Same with a contentious woman. It's gonna cause damage, and she's annoying. Y'all every day is always a fight. Verse 16.
Whosoever hideth the wind.
So hiding means to treasure up. So if you trying to hold on to her,
how you gonna hide the wind?
That's like trying to treasure up the wind. It's like you come here, wind, get up, you know you gonna look crazy.
Yep.
To eventually to your partners holding on to a woman like that, you're gonna start to look crazy. They're gonna be asking, man, what you still doing with her?
Exactly.
Y'all fighting again? The police had to come over there and separate y'all again?
I love her.
Go ahead.
And the woman of his right hand, which betrayeth itself.
It's like trying to hold oil in your hand without it slipping out your fist. That oil gonna find a crack.
That's it, bro. It's gonna seep out some kind of way.
It's gonna seep out some kind of way. That's why we read it. Sirach, if she ain't gonna go the way that you want her to go after you to try to stop the water, man, write her a bill of divorcement and cut her off from your relationship. That's why Paul said the Lord has called us to peace. You gonna have peace even though you might be living on the corner of a house. You ain't in that house with that brawling woman. You got your peace.
Like the sister said, like a dripping faucet when you try to go to sleep.
Oh, sister.
You know,
I'm dealing with that right now. Wait, no.
Wake up and maintenance man. But that dripping water when you trying to go to sleep, bro, you can't go to sleep.
You can't go to sleep.
Hey, look. Hey, bro, that's sister up there. You trying to go to sleep, gotta go in the house. You want to do an arguing fuck, but you gotta go to work the next day. Man, come on.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, man, the most I put this stuff in for a reason.
Put this in here. All right, so now let's go to the pseudepigrapha, y'all. We in volume 1, the one with the purple writing on it. We in volume 1, and we finna go to the Testament of Job. We finna go to the Testament of Job. We finna read a few things. Let's deal with and what we finna show here, how Satan uses and attacks y'all through y'all emotions. We about to look at that. We about to look at Job White. The page number that'll be page 848, y'all. Right. Go to page 848 in the Old Testament pseudepigrapha volume 1. Let's read about Job White. We're gonna read chapters 21 through 26.
Bro.
Yeah. All right. Now I want y'all to pay close attention to how Satan operates. This is how he attacks y'all. So when you fly off at the lip and get emotional and holler back at your husband, Satan right behind y'all, influencing your mind to do that.
Yep.
And at the moment, those feelings may seem justified.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But we're gonna read something. We're gonna see how he operates with dealing with the women. Right? We in chapter 21. Pick it up in verse 1.
All right. I've been 48 years on a dung heap.
I want to say that now. Y'all see if y'all got the pseudepigrapha, it got the B right there. You look down in the footnote down there, it says, but 7 years in the Slav translation. He went through this for 20 years, so the correct word to put right there instead of 48 would be 7. All right, go ahead. I just want to throw that in there.
On the dung heap outside the city under the plague, so that I saw with my own eyes my children, my first wife carrying water into the house of a certain nobleman as a maidservant.
Yeah.
So she bring it to me. I was stunned, and I said, the gall of the city fathers, how can they treat my wife like a female slave?
See that? So Job was a rich man. You know what I'm saying? Had cattle, had riches. You know what I'm saying? He was basically like a king.
That's chapter 21, sister. All about y'all. That's chapter 21, Testament of Job.
So now he's seeing his whole situation being reversed. You know what I'm saying? His wife being treated like a female slave. He's sitting on a dunghill, right? Everything that went bad. Go ahead.
After this, I regained my senses. After 11 years, they kept even itself. I'm sorry, I'm starting over. After 11 years, they kept even bringing itself from me.
Right.
barely allowing her to have her own food. And as she did get it, she would divide it between herself and me, saying with pain, woe is me. Soon he will not even get enough bread. Mm. She would not.
So she all emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Going through it. She emotional. He, we know how Job, he got in his feelings as well.
Yep.
Right? So let's see what happens.
She would not hesitate to go out into the market to beg bread from the bread sellers, so she might bring it to me so I could eat. When Satan knew this,
whoa, so he's watching now.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that he was watching Job's wife.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time. He know what kind of emotional state she's in right now. Financial, and he finna use it against you. Mm-hmm. That's what he do. That's how he operate against y'all. Mm-hmm. You see, your anger or your frustration or whatever's going on, he can use that to slide in. You see, it ain't that y'all feelings don't matter. If it don't line up with these scripts, if the feelings don't line up with these scripts, right, it don't matter. It don't matter at all. It don't matter at all. Because I know a lot of the sisters think that their emotions don't matter when we say, get out your feelings. Right. When we say that, we talking about the feelings that don't line up with the script. Right.
Here to the tears of the daughters of Zion. That's right. If it be in righteousness and obedience. That's right. You understand what I'm saying? But when you out of order, when you disobey the law, your feelings, my feelings, no nobody feelings mine to the Most High when you disobey the law. You can cry and boo-hoo and act all you want to if you in transgression. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, when Satan knew this, he disguised himself as a bread seller, shapeshifter. Yeah. It happened by chance that my wife went to him and begged bread, thinking he was a man. And Satan said to her,
he did the same old tactics he had in the garden, right?
Sure did, bro.
Okay.
And he said to her, pay the price and take what you like. But she answered him and said, where would I get the money? Are you unaware of the evil that have befallen us?
No, he's not.
No, he the one that called.
He's not at all.
If you have any pity on me, show mercy, but if not, you shall see. And he answered her, saying, unless you deserve the evils, you would not have received them in return.
These all thoughts that he put in your head if you and your husband in this situation. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He said nothing about the Lord allowing me to do this.
Right. Right.
You see, he said y'all won't be going through this unless y'all deserved it.
Come on, bro.
Playing on her emotions because he know what type of emotional state she in. She just frantic right now.
Right, trying to sow that seed of discontent.
She not thinking, she just emotional. Wow. So y'all see, he don't care. He don't play fair at all. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Now, man, if you have no money at hand, offer me the hair of your head. Wow. Trying to get to the transgression law again. Yeah. And take these 3 loaves. Take 3 loaves of bread. Perhaps you will be able to live for 3 more days. Then she said to herself, what good is the hair of my head compared to my hungry husband? Wow. And so, showing disdain for her hair, she said to him, go ahead and take it. Mm. Then he took scissors and sheared off the hair of her head and gave her 3 loaves. While all were looking on, when she got the loaves, she came and brought them to me. Satan followed her along the road, walking stealthily.
Do y'all know what that means? That means in a manner not seen.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, manner not seen to her. So what I'm saying is, then right at that moment, your feelings, that might seem justified to you to do that. Mm-hmm. But you just been played by Satan.
Right, brother.
That's why you can't get carried away in your emotions in the heat of the moment. Stop and think. All right, go ahead.
And leading her.
Ooh, so the whole time he was putting thoughts in her head.
Right, bro.
So now you know where them thoughts come from, them wicked thoughts, them wicked inspirations. Talk back to him. Yeah. Don't tell him he a black mother.
Tell him to kiss your.
He just pissed you off. You can do that. You see that? He was right behind you while you all emotional, playing on your mind. Go ahead.
Going into chapter 24.
Yeah.
And once my wife drew near, crying out with tears, she said to me, Joe, how long will you sit on the dung heap outside the city?
Boy, she come running in with patches all up in her hair. So how long you gonna sit on this hill?
Yep.
That's what a dung hill was. A doo-doo hill.
That's right.
There she come, bald headed, hair gone. He probably cut patches all up in the head.
Yeah, he do it right.
No, you know he gonna try to humiliate you. Go ahead.
Only a little longer, and awaiting the hope of your salvation. As for me, I am a vagabond and a maid servant going round from place to place. Your memorial has been wiped away from the earth. My sons and daughters of my womb, for whom I toiled with hardships in vain. And here you sit in worm-infested rottenness, passing the night in the open air. For my part, am a wretch immersed in labor by day and in pain by night, just so I might provide a loaf of bread and bring it to you. Anymore, I barely receive my own food, and I divide that between you and me, wondering in my heart or in my mind that it is not bad enough for you to be ill, but neither do you get your fill of bread. So I ventured ashamedly to go into the market, even if I was pierced in my heart to do so. And the bread seller said, give me money and you shall receive. But I also showed him our straits and then heard from him, you have no money, woman. Pay with your hair of your head and take 3 loaves. Perhaps you will live for 3 more days. Being remiss, I said to him, go ahead and cut my hair. So he arose and cut my hair disgracefully in the market. So the crowd stood by and marked.
Y'all know if there was 2020, you was all over Facebook. Get your hair cut off for 3 loaves of Wonder Bread.
Right.
You'll be all over Facebook. Go ahead. Chapter 25.
Who is not amazed that this is Shistis, the wife of Job, who used to have 14 draperies. No, everybody going back and they say he had all that clothing. Who used to have 14 draperies, sheltering her chamber, and a door within doors. So that one was considered quite worthy merely to gain admissions to her presence.
So it was all good when it was riding high.
Yeah.
You see, when all the money was flowing in, and you know, you eating steaks every night, and you know,
they said, hey man, it was something else to be brought into her presence.
Right.
So they had status.
Go ahead.
Now she exchanges her hair for loaves.
Wow.
Whose camels loaded with good things used to go off into the regions of the poor. Now she gives her hair in return for loaves. Look at her who used to keep 7 tables reserved at her house, at which the poor and alien used to eat. Now she sells outright her hair for loaves. Wow. She see one who used to have a foot basin of gold and silver, and now she goes along by foot. Even her hair she gives in exchange for loaves. Observe this is she who used to have clothing woven from linen with gold. But now she bears rags and gives her hair in exchange for loaves.
See, this what y'all heard from Joe's wife. Are you still gonna be virtuous when it's all bad for you?
Come on, bro.
When y'all fall on hard times, you still gonna keep your high moral standard.
Come on, bro.
You see there, or you just gonna lose your wits like she did? Start popping off at the mouth and complaining and whining, not coming to the table with a solution or how it can be
helped,
how the situation can be helped.
How y'all come back together to get it right.
That's right. That's what you can learn from this. Go ahead.
Verse 8. She used to own couches of gold and silver.
Ooh, what couches of gold?
Yes, sir. But now she sells her hair for loaves. Verse 9. Job, although many things have been said in general, I speak to you in brief. In the weakness of my heart.
See that she let him know in the weakness of my heart, out of my emotions.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so emotional right now, and I'm speaking to you. Go ahead.
My bones are crushed. Rise, take the loaves, be satisfied, and then speak some words against the Lord and die.
See, that's what she told him. Curse God and die.
That's at Job 2:9, bro.
That's right. Go ahead.
Then I too shall be free from weariness that issues from the pain of your body. She said she wanted him to go and kick the bucket, so she can be done doing all this.
See, even though they might have been, them feelings might have been prompted because she didn't want to see her husband suffer. She was still going about it all wrong because she let her emotions take over and not logical thinking. That reasoning.
That's a hard lick too, bro. See, we get put in a position like that. Like you said, how you gonna maintain your integrity? How you gonna maintain your character? Are you gonna still be that virtuous woman or that faithful servant through all this adversity? Yeah. Your husband sitting on a pile of doo-doo when you bringing him bread, worms hollering around. You done got your hair cut, embarrassed. Yeah. You still gonna maintain your integrity? That's a hard lick, man. That's a hard lick. You sitting on couches of gold, and now your husband sitting on a dung hill. Right. Right. You should sit tables of bread for the poor. Now you begging bread. That's a fall from grace, ain't it, man? Now that's a real fall from grace. That's that guy that you know what I'm saying? Man, don't give me started.
I heard that movie was so terrible, boy. I don't even know.
Man. Anyway, I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. That's it. It just came out now. Fall from grace. I'm like,
I can't stand Tyler Perry. He always have our women in them bad wigs. Make them bad. Yeah, I can't stand him, bro.
I don't even get up on the text,
man. Let's go into chapter 26. Now, you know what? We got to read chapter 27 too. Okay. Because that's powerful. We're gonna read 26.
Okay. We gotta read 26. All right. Chapter 26, verse 1. Yeah. So I answered her, look, I have lived 17 years in these places.
So now we see that number. And when we first started reading 48, we see that was wrong. Right. Number there's 7. So now, go ahead.
Submitting to the worms in my body. And my soul had never been depressed by my pain so much as by your statement.
Y'all heard that? What statement was that?
Speak some words against the Lord and die.
You know what I'm saying? That's
all that he went through.
Watch what you saying when you emotional to your head. And head, watch what you saying to your real.
That's
when
right,
you emotional. Because, man, these women sensitive, boy. You can say something and not think nothing of it. The whole time she taking it a whole certain way. Yeah. She taking it hard. So we got to watch what we say when we emotional. Go ahead.
I do indeed suffer these things. And you suffer them too. The loss both of children and our goods. Do you suggest that we should say something against Yahweh and thus be alienated from the truly great wealth? Yeah. Why have you not remembered those many good things we used to have?
You see, he doing what Adam should be.
Right. That's right.
He doing what Adam should be.
That's right, brother.
You put her back in remembrance, like, hey man, look, the Lord give it, the Lord take it.
That's right, brother.
We just going through this for right now. And then when you look as to why all this came upon him, it was because he took a hard line stance for the Most High.
That's right, brother.
He went and destroyed a temple of idols. Right? Go ahead.
If we receive good thing from the hand of Yahweh, should we not in turn endure evil things? Rather, let us be patient till Yahweh in pity shows us mercy. Do you not see the devil standing behind you? Wow. And unsettling your reasoning?
He was standing right behind you? when you just cuss your head out, he's standing right behind you. And unsettle your reasoning. Call him a black MF.
Yeah.
That was Satan behind you. You know what I'm saying? Doing little petty stuff around the house.
Yeah.
Not cooking no dinner.
Yeah.
Because you didn't like how he did something early.
Got your legs locked.
Boy.
Huh? They do it.
They do it. Got the steel drawers on.
Yeah, got the country on.
Got the steel drawers on. Yeah.
But he said, hey, so you in the crowd going to Leviticus 33?
And Proverbs 3 say, give thou that which is good to thy neighbor while thou is in to do it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It say not come back another day.
Yeah, say not come back another day. You in the front.
That's what it say in Proverbs 3. Go ahead. Monty, read that part over again. Read that verse 3.
Standing behind you and unsealing your reasoning.
Yeah.
So that he might deceive me too.
So it wasn't just to get you all emotional, it was to get at your head.
Sure was, bro. That he might deceive me too.
His tactics ain't changed since the garden, y'all.
No.
His tactics ain't changed since the garden at all.
Heavy hitter there.
You see, when maybe he getting at you because your head is so strong. Right. I can't get him. But I want to get through this family somehow, some way.
Come on, man.
But he's so strong, I can't get him.
Yeah.
I'm finna get through you. I'm finna get through you. Yeah.
Go down, feet on the ground.
Yeah.
She kind of waving over there.
Let me see how strong she is.
Yeah. So he seeks to make an exhibit of you as one of the senseless women who misguide her husband sincerely.
Do y'all hear that?
You
you out here calling us a senseless woman.
Man, boy, he just dropped some ballistics on that right there.
Man, that he let you know exactly how he operates.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see, and all this is here, y'all, for our learning, men and women.
That's cold.
Let's read 27.
Read 27. Yeah, that's cold, man.
Let's read 27.
27. Again, turning to Satan, who was behind my wife.
Y'all remember when we did that deliverance prayer?
Yes, sir.
We was commanding them spirits to come out.
Yes, sir.
This is what Joe about to do. And when you stand on it, this boy, when I read this morning, this lifted my spirit. When you stand on it, look how small and weak Satan is in front of you when you don't give in to none of his temptations. Still on the dung.
The sword all over.
Yes, sir.
And he's still going to go to battle with this closed footed back.
Man, what's this? What's this? Read this. Go ahead.
Again, turning to Satan, who was behind my wife, I say, come up front. Stop hiding yourself.
You don't see how he talking to him? He said, now play nice, Hashatan. Come on.
No.
Stop playing me. He's like, no, bring yo out here.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead.
Does a man show his strength in a cave? Does a fledgling take flight when it is in a basket? Come out and fight.
Wow.
Then he came out from behind my wife. As he stood, he wept, saying, look, Job, I am weary and I withdraw from you.
Why was he weary? Why was he withdrawing? Because Job was turning him a new one by standing on it.
That's right.
Huh? He's weak.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Even though you are flesh and I are spirit, you suffer plague, but I am in deep distress. I became like one athlete wrestling another, and one pinned the other, and upper one silenced the lower one by filling his mouth with sand.
Wow, so it's like he compared him attacking Job to a wrestling match.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood.
He compared it to a wrestling match. He said, look, he the athlete on top, and I silenced the one on the lower by pouring sand in his mouth.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And bruising his limbs. But because he showed endurance and did not grow weary, At the end, the other one cried out in the V.
Wow. The one that was on top that had the upper hand the whole time.
Yeah.
The tables eventually turned. Right, go ahead.
So you also, Joe, were the one below and in a plea, but you conquered my wrestling tactics, which I brought on you. Then Satan ashamed left me for 3 years.
Forever.
For 3 years.
And they say he gonna leave for a season.
Yeah.
If you resist him and he flee, he gonna leave for a season.
Right, bro.
This was a 20-year bid. And after he stood on it, Satan only left him for 3 years.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now then, my children, you also must be patient in everything that happens to you.
Wow.
For patience is better than anything.
Anything. All praise.
All praise.
Before you jump in your emotions, be patient and let the righteous reasoning kick in. Because patience is better than anything. When you get ready to not be submissive, be patient. Let the reasoning kick in before you get all emotion. Before you get all emotion.
Oh, praise.
That we had 2 more spots, but I'm gonna say that for the next part.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna end it right here.
All right.
Are you a virtuous daughter of Zion or a dragon in the head wrap? Part 1.
All praise, all praise. Hey, so before we sign out, brothers and sisters, we will be back next week, next Shabbat day, at the home too in Olive Branch. So we'll be back. We had a little interruption on the class, but all praise we were able to come to y'all via live stream. I see a lot of people on both live streams, so all praises for that. But we'll be back at the home too in Olive Branch. It's one of the brews and she brews. I'll post that address in the chat and either on Facebook or on both. I'm sorry. And we know we got the feast days coming up pretty soon, y'all. Getting prepared for those. I'm gonna let my brew Warden P when he get back show y'all some information. We got a beautiful place picked out for Pentecost. It's gonna be like inside and outside venue. Looking forward to people coming in and out of town. We got a beautiful, humongous place for Pentecost. It's gonna be lovely. With the Most High permission, we're gonna pull this thing off. We already got the venue secured. And hey man, we just planning on having a good time. We got Purim coming up, one of our civil days coming up. And then we also got the Passover right behind that. So these months is clicking on. We almost out of January, bro. Then next thing you know, it's gonna be February, March, going into March. Guess what? We right back at it. You know what I'm saying? So get ready for these feast days. Get your mind right. Get your spirits right. And okay. And all praise to the Most High for the young lion bringing his lesson. The brother said we got a question.
Yeah, Sister Natima got a question.
Okay.
It says, as it relates to Sirach 25:16-26, putting away a wife for reasons other than adultery, could you please explain Matthew 5:32? You briefly mentioned it, but I still don't understand. It sounds so black and white. Let's go to the spot sheet.
Okay.
Matthew 5:32 first.
All right.
5:32.
All right. 5:32 it says, but I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication. I'm sorry, for the cause of fornication, causing her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her, that is divorced, committed adultery.
All right, so let's go. You get the precept today, Matthew 19:9.
All right.
It was a question that came up and asked him.
Right.
He said something similar here. He said something similar. Matthew 19.
19. Okay. 19. Okay. I got you. And it came. I'm sorry to one. And it came to pass that when Yeshua had finished these sayings, he departed from Galilee and came into the coast of Judea beyond Jordan. And great multitudes followed him, and he healed them there. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him.
Here go the question, right? This is what the whole context is about. Matthew 19, Matthew 5:32. It's pretty much the question that they're gonna ask is the context. Right. Go ahead.
Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
Every cause. Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Because she didn't cook Monday night. I'm finna go get it. I'm finna go get a divorce.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So this what was going on back then. Men were just putting away their wives just because they woke up one day and they didn't feel like being married no more.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So go ahead.
And he answered and said unto them,
Yeah.
Have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and the twain shall be one flesh.
So he took them back before Moses.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't start at
Moses. He took them before Moses.
He took them before Moses. So the perfect will of Yah is for man and woman to stay together unless it's some adulteration going on. But here in where we find ourselves 2020, you see what I'm saying? This is why Paul said what he said, 1 Corinthians 7. It's other stuff that goes on in these relationships that necessarily ain't written out plainly in the law.
Right.
So what the Most High had happen? A bill of divorcement law. You see what I'm saying? Brothers, abusive relationships, right? And you're going to keep getting your wig knocked off, even though he might not be cheating, so-called. Are you gonna stay and keep getting your wig knocked off, possibly be murdered by this man's bare hands because he hadn't committed fornication yet?
Right. And there's no contradiction in the scripture. Like the Bruce saying, there's certain situations. That's why he allowed these other scriptures to be written.
Right.
He didn't let these scriptures in Proverbs and in Sirach and all that be put in there for no reason.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying? There's situations where not only are you getting your head knocked off, but you got situations where sisters is causing brothers to sin through their behavior. Yeah. So if somebody's calling you to sin or transgress the laws of the Most High, you see what I'm saying? Then hey, that's no good. That's no good. That's not good for you or him.
Because you still the Most High on judgment. He's not gonna say, "Well, I understand why you blew his brains out,"
right?
Because he was doing it. No, you're gonna be held responsible for that. That's why he say he didn't create you as a daughter of Zion to be getting knocked upside the head by one of these Negroes out
here. Because that's not how we treat our women.
Right. So that's why this script is there, because his perfect will is for man and woman to always be together.
Right.
But he has a permissive will as well.
Right.
If these things start to happen, this is what needs to happen. But even with that, it's rules that come to it.
It's rules and all that.
So you not just because this is happening, he not letting you get away scot-free and doing what you want to do. You still got a set of rules to abide by that comes with that permissive will.
Right.
So finish that out. What verse you stop at?
I stopped at verse 5 and verse 6. We'll read 6. All right. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh.
Yeah.
What therefore Yah hath joined together, let no man put asunder. They say unto him, Why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorce and to put her away?
Let's see why he did that.
He said unto them, Moshe, because of the hardness of your hearts.
Because of the hardness of the men's hearts. Right? Not dealing with their wives according to understanding.
Right. That's right.
Right? The hardness of your heart. Go ahead.
You put away your wife. But from the beginning, it was not so.
That don't mean it's unlawful to get a divorce. He just said, from the beginning, it wasn't so that man and woman should separate.
Because if it was unlawful, the Most High would have broke laws by giving us a bill of divorce.
Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
So it just put things in the context, and she asked, do you divorce and stay unmarried due to other situations? What you mean by that?
Well, she's saying if you get divorced, you know what I'm saying, can she remarry? Because if she's going off what we read over in Matthew 5 and say he calls her to commit adultery. You know what I'm saying? In 1 Corinthians 7 and Romans 7. 1 Corinthians 7, flip over.
There's stipulations. Where it say if they not pleased to dwell with you, then Paul said, look, a brother or sister is not under bondage in that situation. Right, because if they not pleased to dwell with you, it's more than likely it's gonna be because of this. You see what I'm saying? So they not trying to hear no scripts. They're gonna be putting stumbling blocks in front of you. They're gonna be cooking bacon on the Shabbat. They're gonna be talking crazy. You see what I'm saying? And that's a stumbling block for that person. That's why Paul, like, man, look, a brother or sister, It's not in the bondage. Just like Proverbs 21:9. You better off dwelling on the corner of a house than with a brawling spouse. Where you got your peace. We finna read it though.
You want to pick it up?
Let's see. Pick it up at 13.
If the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife sanctified by the husband.
See, if they please to dwell with you, then that's where 1 Peter 3:1 might kick in. You might win them over because of your conversation.
Right, your lifestyle.
You see what I'm saying? They might not be in the script, but they know you in the script, and they have an open ear sometimes. They like, oh, okay, I see, okay. You might be working on it. Go ahead.
Once were your children unclean, but now are they holy. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but Yah has called us to peace. Peace.
Yah has called us to peace. Go ahead.
Well, what knowest, O thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband? Or how knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife? That's it. But Yah has distributed to every man as the Lord hath called everyone, so let him walk, and so ordain I in all churches. All praise.
Did we get your son in the table? I know you over there listening.
What's she? She over there on Facebook. Okay.
Let us know if we answered your question.
See, she ain't on the she gonna be on that, ain't it? Yeah, she gonna be over there. I hope they got you, sister.
Yeah, I hope they got you. If not,
you know how we do it. What she say? Oh, they ain't her? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So, hey, we hope they got you, sis. Like I said, we'll be back at the home too in Olive Branch next week. Most high will, most high permission. We're gonna hope to see y'all out there. You know what she saying? Both being believers. Well, I mean, you can be a believer. Both of y'all can still believe in Yeshua Mashiach and still go y'all separate ways. You see what I'm saying? Because it's the same. It can be still be toxic.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's y'all nowadays in 2020, man, it be so much stuff going on in these relationships.
Yeah, and everybody ain't forthcoming with everything going on.
Right.
That's the main thing. See, I'm gonna tell you another thing. Stop all the lying. Just be real.
Right.
See, a lot of people ain't. See, how you both gonna be believers and have that type of drama? Exactly. See, if you both believers, you know what I'm saying? Because we know some situations where folks profess it. You understand what I'm saying? But the book say, hey, this people do honor me with their mouth. You know what I'm saying? But he said, they ain't doing what I told them to do. Because see, if both of y'all believers, sis, it shouldn't even come to that. True believing that. See, true believing that, it ain't gonna come to that. Show me one time in the script where the patriarchs put their wives away. You don't see.
Nah, you ain't.
So if both of y'all believe, it shouldn't come to that. But if it do come to that, he said, hey man, y'all got to ask for that. But he said, you're supposed to be dwelling in peace though.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But hey, that's another thing we got to look at. If you saying both of y'all believe, then they shouldn't be the way. What we divorcing for? Huh? It ain't nothing in this life that we can't go to these scripts and deal with.
That's what I'm saying. All the marriage counseling is right here.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Just open the scripts.
It boiled down to pride and wanting to do what the Most High say. You got a choice to make.
Yep. You ain't got to pay $100 an hour for counseling.
Yeah, anger management and all those guys.
All it takes is both parties being honest. This is where I went off at, per the scriptures. This is where you went off at per the scriptures. The solution is right here in this verse for your problem. The solution is right here in these verses for mine. Let's apply this and let's get back on track. That's the marriage counseling right there.
That's it.
That's the marriage counseling right there.
So they both believe and they still want to get divorced and somebody lying. Or both parties lying.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because like he said, we read what Yeshua said from the beginning. It was not so.
It was not so.
You know what I'm saying?
Then you know what I'm saying. That a lot of it is understanding His perfect will and His permissive will. Another one would be His perfect will would be shoot. I guess we can use I guess we can use one man, one woman, right? But He allowed men to have multiple wives.
Right. There you go.
You see what I'm saying? His permissive will. Okay, I like y'all to have multiple wives, but here are the rules for that.
Right.
The permissive will don't just come with free will and nilly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that still come with rules.
That's right.
So that's all it is. So I'm glad we got you.
Yeah,
got you straight on that. All praises to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High, man.
Yeah.
Honor, praise, honor, and great glory is unto our power. The power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. To our brothers and sisters in the faith, as always, we salute you. This your boy T Boogie. I'm the young lion in the building. We gonna have it, y'all. One more game. Shalom. Shalom.
Now let me shout.
Yeah, hey, don't shout on the folks out, man. Yeah, shout them folks out, man. They going in on that thing. Yeah, shout them brews out. He brews and she brews. Man, I got a whole bunch over here too. Let me go. Okay. We got Sister Tia Yehuda, Sister Tanis Davis. We got our brews from Naptown, Aquila and Priscilla Music. D-Roll his lovely right, Tove. We got Rodney Dalrymple. Got the real in the building, Michelle, the real she brew Butler. Got the Eddie Murphy brew in the building, Charles Yisrael. Poppy Shoes is in the building. What it be by the love brethren? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they safe on that road. Hey, we got the STL brews in the building. Malachi Maccabees was in the building. Al Cook J. That's a new one I ain't never seen, but all praise. Glad to have you. We got let's see what else we got in the building. Man, all about y'all.
What you was at when it was a heathen on these on this track? Boy, you fell asleep on the top.
He fell asleep on the wheel. Go get you cold, man. Brother Yisrael reached out to that brother this week. All praise, like glad to have you on, my brother. All about y'all faithful sister Brandon Lewis, another one of them Missouri Brews in the building. Yeah, LJ in the building. Corey Yehuda fell asleep at the wheel, but we gonna come to you, brother. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? LJ, who else? We had some more brews. I can't read all these chat lines, but go ahead, bro.
All right, we got pretty much the same people. Don't let me scroll all the way up.
Yeah, do that on that Facebook, man. But I seen some. Yeah.
What's up? We need to chop. We need to sit down and talk.
Yeah, all up. Let's get it up, my bro.
A couple of more other brews, man. We need to sit down, bro.
Yeah, it's all love, though.
Hey, the script say, gather yourselves together. All this, you know.
It's all over. It's all over my end, bro.
Let's get it, bro.
Got the Memphis Brews in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much, Jessica was on her.
Yeah, Jessica was on the YouTube. My bad, sis. I sure forgot about Sister Jessica was on there charging. It wasn't nothing intentional though. Yep, Sister Jessica, she was the first one to chime in on that YouTube jump.
Dira, Konanaya, Gaya.
All right. Yes, sir. Yeah. Big Rob, my brews in the building. Big Rob. Another one of them brews up in that building. He was in the building on that junk.
Yeah, that was pretty much. I wish I could scroll up.
Yeah, I know it was, brother. That Facebook kind of funny like that. I don't know why I won't let you scroll back on like YouTube. Yeah. But hey, we love y'all. Like us, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do. Watch parties. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we'll be back at the home too. And be back on What the Book Say Radio most with permission, man, next Friday night too. So the Hebrew Israelite history, because you're gonna do that again, and you're gonna do this part too.
Man,
because the Hebrew Israelite history really gonna start up next week. How you gonna do it?
I might see me throughout the week. I'm gonna try
on next year.
Yeah.
But let me know, man.
I'm gonna try to get to the second part out during the week. I'm gonna try to.
Okay.
That go.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. But hey, we supposed to be starting that Hebrew Israelite history up. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do some different things with ours. We gonna do the basic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which one I'm gonna do on the basic. If I'm gonna do the color and part or something else, definitely gonna cover that color thing out. And then hey, Bruce got some interesting ways they want to hit y'all with this Hebrew Israelite history. So we gonna let that let it speak for itself with the Most High permission. But with that, we gonna sign off. We love y'all. Keep us in your prayers as we keep y'all in our prayers. And hey, one love, family. We gonna holler at y'all on the flip side.
Y'all with us, Sister Tanner. Y'all gonna get that part 2 this week.
Okay. She want that. Yeah. We're gonna try to make that happen, man. We're gonna try to make that happen. But hey, we could delay Hebrew history for 1 week and then just flow that last week. You want to do that?
I'm gonna try my best to get it in. I'm off Thursday.
Okay, yeah, let's do it Thursday, man. Let's do that Thursday then. That's how it is.
Yeah, come back Friday. Whoever.
Friday. You know how we do, man. We rapid fire around here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But all praises. We love y'all. We love y'all.